Hello, this is Kathy Orman, Health Coach. Welcome, I'm glad you're here. This is another segment of Nutritional Nuggets. Today I'm talking about your body's natural detox system and how you can support it. So at this time of year, there's a lot of people who are sort of feeling like spring, I need to do natural detox, I need to get some garbage out of my body and feel more energetic. And the winter's been kind of tough. I had a lot of junk food at Christmas, etc., etc. So a lot of people are feeling that need to lighten up and cleanse and that sort of stuff. So I want to talk about your body's natural detox system. I'm not sure if you know that there are actually 6 organs in the body that keep your body detoxed all the time. And I think it's really important to support those organs. So the body, let's step back a minute and talk about the body's 4 processes that the body has that keep it healthy all the time. So the first thing is digestion. When you take in food, any kind of food, your body digests it and it takes the minerals and vitamins and whatever nutrition out of it. And the second thing is it absorbs those vitamins and minerals. So first thing is digestion, second thing is absorption, third thing is the body utilizes those minerals and the nutrition, the vitamins, the phytonutrients. It uses those things as energy and to repair tissue, to keep you healthy. It uses all those nutritional elements. And the fourth thing is the body has to eliminate waste products. So when you eat something, there's always waste products. So we need to keep these 4 things going very strongly just to maintain good health. There's no question about it. So detox is actually a medical term that is used to sort of stop something and clean the body out or clean something out, detox. But detoxing really needs to be more than just cleaning out the garbage. Detoxing really needs to be more about improving the 4 processes that your body has to stay healthy. So it really needs to actually improve on the digestion, the absorption, the utilization of the minerals and vitamins, and it needs to improve the waste removal. So that'll keep your body healthy all the time. Now, detox diets, there's a huge controversy about detox diets, and I have to tell you that I'm not a fan of detox diets. A couple of years ago, in my younger days, and when I was in my teens and early 20s, I used to do kind of detox diets, and I used to do a cleanse once a week. It was kind of crazy, and looking back, I think it wasn't really very wise. But being young and, strong and healthy and not, thinking that you know everything, you do these things. Anyway, I think that it's very hard on the body to do these kind of detoxes. And there's a lot of controversy as to whether they're actually effective. And I question whether they were effective for me anyway. But quite often I can tell you that I ended up feeling quite sick. And it was not a good process. Even one detox day a week, it can kind of play havoc with your health and your energy and everything else. So back to the detox diets. They may or may not be effective. There really is very little proof out there that detox diets are actually effective for you. There's a big controversy about it. So, question, will they work? Or will they work the way you want them to work? Good question. Detox diets are not at all a good way to fix a poor diet. So if you have poor eating habits, doing a cleanse or a detox is not going to fix that. What you need to fix that is knowledge about what are the right foods for your body. What are the foods that are going to nourish your body and give you the proper energy that you need, the proper nutrients that you need, and how can you help your body to actually digest, absorb, utilize and eliminate in this process. So that's one thing. The other thing about detox diets is that they don't always support your whole system. For instance, if you're on a juice cleanse, that may not support the elimination system, because the elimination system it needs moisture for sure. Water, juice is moisture, but it also needs fiber. So the bowels require bulk and fiber and everything to keep things moving through. So some of those cleanses or those detox diets don't actually support the whole system. If you're on some sort of a detox that doesn't support the bowels, you could end up with kind of a really big constipation problem, and that's not a good thing. That's the backup of garbage. That's no good. So you want to avoid that. The other thing is, if you have blood sugar issues, if you are diabetic or pre-diabetic, detox diets may not be the best thing for you, because you need to keep your blood sugar in that even zone. You don't want your blood sugar spiking and then crashing. If you have low blood sugar and you're diabetic, you're in trouble. It's not a good thing. So eating the right food all the time for somebody who's pre-diabetic or diabetic is way more important than these crash detox kind of diets. Now, I will say that there may be some specific reasons for wanting to do a detoxification or detox diet. There is merit for them at times. For instance, if you have had a lot of exposure to heavy metals, or if there is some issue in your body that you really need to clean out, that's probably justified to have a detox diet. However, when you're thinking about why you need to detox, if there's a very important reason, I would strongly recommend that you go to a physician, a naturopath, or your GP, or a doctor, a physician that you trust, and have a medically supervised detox diet so that they know what you're doing, they can help you, they can watch you, they can make sure you don't get into medical difficulties. So that's my best advice about detox diets is, if you're going to do a detox diet, do it with a doctor's guidance, definitely. And especially if you're dealing with heavy toxins and heavy metals and that sort of thing and having to clean those out. So that's the best thing. So what I really want to talk about for sure is the body's 6 channels or 6 organs that will detox, and they do detox every day, 24/7. We have 6 fabulous ways that our body does that detox for us all the time, every day. We don't even know it's happening. It's just part of this fabulous biotechnical machine that we live in. We just have the most fabulous bodies, and they just work wonderfully, and we sort of take it all for granted. We don't really realize. And so I want to talk about these 6 organs and the ways that you can support them. So backing up a little bit, it's pretty hard for us to avoid toxins in our system. We get toxins from pollution. There's pesticides and other chemicals, because it's pretty difficult to eat all organic food and have no pesticides, no residues, nothing that's harmful in our food. And plus, we live in a society where we are encouraged and bombarded every day with advertising about eating junk food, stuff that's not good for us. It looks good, it tastes good, but it's really empty foods. So it's pretty hard for us to live in this world without some sort of toxins in our system. That's just a given. That's part of living. So what we want to do is have healthy dietary changes so that we can support our system in naturally cleaning these things out as we go. We don't want them to build up, and our body's really good at cleaning these things out as we go. So eating whole foods that support these built-in processes is the very best thing. So let's talk about the 6 channels. So the 6 channels are the lungs, the liver, the kidneys, the lymph system, the blood, and the bowels. So let's talk about them, not necessarily in that order. So let's start with the lungs. So the lungs, we're breathing all the time. We just breathe naturally. We don't even notice how many times we breathe. But it's very, very important, and we breathe in the air, and the oxygen gets sent through our body. So the best thing we can do to help our lungs is to get plenty of exercise, keep our lungs working properly, keep the air moving. And deep breathing exercises for fresh air actually help for maybe about 15 minutes a day if you can do deep breathing. And definitely avoid smoking, or even avoid exposure to secondhand smoke. That's really hard on the lungs. And there's a lot of cases of people getting cancer just from secondhand smoke, which is pretty scary. They're not even smokers. So that's the lungs. They're amazing. They work absolutely flawlessly all the time unless you have respiratory issues, and then that's a whole nother set of health concerns. So hi Joyce, glad you joined me here. So that's the lungs. Second one, liver. The liver metabolizes everything from food to alcohol. And when it's functioning properly, what it does is it takes waste out of the blood, and at the same time as taking the waste products out of the blood, it will store nutrients. So the liver is really, really important. It's also very important in the metabolism of our sugars and our energy system. So we need to keep our liver really healthy. So how can we do that? We can, first of all, we can limit the consumption of alcohol. And some alcohol is probably not overly bad, but if there's a lot of alcohol, it can be pretty hard on your liver. And then having a diet full of antioxidant-rich foods is really, really good for the liver. Now, where do you get antioxidant-rich foods? Well, if you think about the rainbow, it's pretty simple, really. All the brightly colored foods, colors of the rainbow, think bright greens, bright reds, yellows, oranges, all those bright colors, the purples, any of those things, they have a pigment in them that causes them to have that color, and that pigment is antioxidants. So antioxidants will fight free radicals that damage our cells. So very important to have really, really healthy whole foods that are full of antioxidants. Think sweet potato, think really deep green colored lettuces and kale, think cauliflower. It's white, but it has a lot of nutrition to it. Berries, red berries, the blackberries, the blueberries, all those brightly colored things. When you go into the market or the produce section of your grocery store, just have a look at the array of colors and just know that the brightly colored foods, the vegetables and fruits, are the ones that have the antioxidants. Watermelon, I mean, you name it, the brightly colored things. Kiwis, all those things, you know, kiwis are kind of brown on the outside, but on the inside they're pretty bright green. So so that's actually the best way to support the liver, is to limit the alcohol consumption and go for the highly nutritious whole foods, antioxidants. Okay, so third one, lymphatic system. Well, we have lymph glands in several places in our body, and that's a whole nother subject. But the lymph system is actually the garbage collectors of our body. So we want to help the garbage collectors get rid of the garbage. We want to keep the lymph system from being all clogged up. So the lymph system actually protects your body from illness and disease. So if you have a lot of fatigue and if you're quite often sick, it could be that your lymph system is a little bit clogged up. So exercise is one thing that helps the lymph system, because you have lymph glands under your arms, around your chest, and on your lower extremities. And exercise keeps things moving through the lymph system. Another thing is that whole foods instead of processed foods are going to be better for the lymph system, because whole foods don't have a lot of garbage that stores as toxins in the lymph system. Whole foods move through the body and the nutrition is taken out of them, and then whatever is not needed is eliminated. So whole foods, always whole foods, is the very best. Totally. So a lymphatic massage might be helpful, where they actually do like a deep tissue massage around those lymph glands and get things moving out of there. Sitting in a sauna, that might help, because sweating, exercise and sweating and sitting in a sauna will actually help the body to purge garbage from the lymph system. So there's lots of different things. Also, polychromatic lights or light therapy also can help the lymph system by giving the body extra energy for blood circulation through the lymph and through the various organs. If you're interested in light therapy, contact me. I can tell you more about that. Okay, let's get to the next one. Blood. Blood is the transporter of all the nutrients throughout our body. It reaches all the organs, all the tissues, the cells, everything. Without healthy blood flow, we don't have a whole lot of health. So keeping our blood healthy is very, very important. When we can help our body to have enough oxygen, that's very, very critical. So to help our blood stay clean, we need to drink plenty of water, clean filtered water, as pure as you can get. And we need a lot of water. And we also need fiber. That'll keep the blood, the stuff out of the blood. It'll keep the blood healthy and clean. And sweating from exercise also helps the blood stay clean. So it's very, very important. Polychromatic light therapy also helps the blood because it increases blood circulation by increasing nitric oxide, and the blood circulation to all of the organs and tissues helps the body to heal whatever needs healing. So, okay, on to the next one. Bowels. Well, this is really, really important. This is where the body breaks down, completes the breaking down process of the food, and the nutrients are absorbed, and the waste is eliminated. The bowels need the right nutrients to keep everything moving. We need lots of fiber, we need water, we need we need to eat the right foods. If we're eating a lot of garbage and it gets stuck in our bowels, that's really a bad problem. So high fiber foods, I encourage my clients to have a minimum of 30 grams of fiber a day, which it's really, really important. The other thing that's important, which it doesn't seem like it's related, but it really is exercise. If you think about exercise this way, all of our organs are kind of squished into a small space. All of our major organs, from our torso, to the top of our legs, to our hips, there's a lot of organs in that small space, and they're very compactly put in there, and they're very efficient. But when you exercise, everything gets a little bit of a massage, which is really, really valuable because it keeps things moving, and especially in your gut, in your bowels, it keeps things moving. So exercise is very, very important for proper bowel function. And water, I think I mentioned lots of water. So kidneys, this is the last of the 6 organs that keep our body detoxed. Kidneys eliminate waste by producing urine. So of course it's very, very helpful for the kidneys if we drink lots of healthy, pure water. And things like alcohol and coffee in moderation is fine, alcohol in moderation is fine, but anything, large quantities of all these sorts of things can cause some issues with the kidneys. The other thing is blood sugar issues. If you are diabetic or pre-diabetic, you want to be careful to keep your blood sugar in the right place because it does affect the kidneys. One of the things that I heard on the radio yesterday is that a lot of people don't realize that they could have kidney disease because it's almost like a silent sort of disease. And the people who are at most risk of kidney disease are people who have diabetes and prediabetes and people who just are obese perhaps, or it's a silent sort of thing. So it's really, really important to keep our kidneys functioning properly and not to get dehydrated. 8 glasses of pure water a day is a good amount. So the bottom line about keeping your body healthy and keeping the detox organs working properly, the natural detox system that is built into our body, the bottom line really is to eat nutritious whole foods and to get enough exercise and to drink plenty of water. So that's really what I have for you today about detoxing. Now, also on my Facebook fan page here, below, somewhere below, there is a link to an article called Detox, Ways to Support Your Body's Channels. So there is a link, there's a picture that looks like this, and you can check that out on my website. My website is www.kathyorman.com if you're interested in having a look at the blog. I have a very large blog library, and it's got articles on various organs and various body functions. Detoxing is one of them, and all sorts of different health issues and the nutrition of different foods, and it's got lots of recipes. So I would certainly invite you to have a look at that. I also have a free membership section to my website, which it doesn't cost anything to sign up. If you're interested in that, you can find that on my website as well. And I do plan on posting another article about this very subject of detoxing. So you might want to watch for that in the future. I'll see if I can get that done soon. So I want to thank you for joining me, and I think that's all I have today. And if you have comments for me, please leave the comments, questions, anything you want to tell me, feedback. I would love to interact with you. I'd love to answer questions. I'd love to hear your comments or read your comments. So thanks so much for joining me. Next week, maybe I'm thinking that next week I'll talk about specific foods that can actually help our body to do detoxing. So anyway, thanks for joining me. Have a great day. Bye.